Is it... is it over?
Yes, I think so. By the Guardians, that was... I don't know what just happened.
Describe.
There were... voices, screams, thoughts, images.
How do you feel now? I mean, has anything changed?
I think so. Yes. I feel... I don't know. Clearer. As if something in my mind...
Oh, then it worked! Niehauf's hammer, we did it! You joined yourself with the Nexus.
So...
You're not a Dreamweaver. I'd feel it if that were the case.
I don't think you are, but you're connected to this place now. And therefore to the Shaper memories. As to what that ultimate...
Does that mean we can finally locate the cause of the song?
You tell me. Think of the song, Tahar. Close your eyes. What do you feel? What do you hear? What do you see?
I'll try.
Save me.
A failure. That's what you are.
No. That's impossible.
What is it?
My father. I heard his voice.
Your father? So you think he's behind this?
I also heard the voice of a woman.
A woman? Now this is, interesting. But I still don't understand. Do you really think your father is involved in the blood?
I don't think so, but yes. My father is involved in this somehow.
This is helpful, but it still does not tell us where to start searching. Think hard, Tahar. Is there anything else?
Yes. There were sounds. Drips. Crickets.
The eye. Your father's lab.
Tiara's breath, of course.
The eye? You mean the marshlands?
Yes. My father had a laboratory there, in the old abandoned manor of House Waite. Nobody was allowed to follow him there, not even Rohan or I.
Well, sounds like we have a lead. The Bloodborne and the Song of the White are...
So it seemed.
Tahar,
What?
Never mind. It doesn't matter.
Rohan, tell...
There's nothing to tell.
Well, I'll send a messenger to inform Lacane as soon as possible. He'll want to be there. Let's get prepared.
Tahar, how do you feel? You sounded a bit lost before.
I guess I was.
And not exactly good ones, I suppose. Is there anything else you wish to talk about? If not, either way.
Sure. Take care,
Either way. Pleasure speaking with you.
Sure. Take care, Iskrim. Yes? Mm-hmm. Understood.
Iskrim's plan worked. By joining your mind to the collective subconscious of the Shapers, you were able to locate the origin of the Song of the White. The marshlands, also known as the Eye, where your father had a secret laboratory. It seems that Rondar the King was right. One way or another, your family is connected to the Bloodburn. Time to unravel the mystery.
Tahar, there you are.
Bertrand?
That's my name. The Harbinger sent me to welcome you.
But what about Iskander, the refugees? I thought you'd still be there.
I was, until recently. But that's a long story. We can talk about it later if you want. There's good news and there's bad news. Let me make this short. Sentenza, General Noria, caught wind of our endeavor. He knows we...
That's bad. What's the...
He wasn't sure of it, so he only came with a small division of soldiers. Still, the fortress is heavily guarded, so we will need more troops to storm it.
Damn it. We left our forces in Mullandir.
I know. There was no way you could have known this would turn into a full-fledged battle. But there's no time to turn back now, and we have to come up with a plan. The Harbinger himself will join you at the fortress, together with some Lightbringers.
Lightbringers? So the Purity has actual soldiers now?
They always had soldiers. The Bane.
What? No, the Bane doesn't belong to the Purity. They believe they do, but the Harbinger has clearly renounced any affiliation with them.
You really believe that? For the Harbinger's right hand, you definitely don't know a lot.
If that's what you want to believe, go ahead. Regarding your question, Tahar, a lot has happened since your escape from Greykeep. More and more people have started to see the light, and it is not just townsfolk and farmers anymore, but also soldiers. They all wish to fight for Aeonir's return, and we guide them.
Sounds like a religious militia. To be honest, I don't like this. Northander doesn't need more arm.
Oh, what is that army of yours if not a militia? This country is torn, Tahar. It's only natural for people to take up arms and defend their own rights. You of all people...
And how will he do that? If Sentenza has scouts all over the marshlands, he'll see the Purities.
That's where you come in. There's a godstone on the mountain of the old castle where your father's laboratory was, and where Sentenza has made his stand. If you kindle it for us, the Harbinger can use his rune to teleport himself and his armies right there.
Huh.
It will. Aeonir is guiding us, Tahar. Don't ever forget that. I'll wait here to make sure Sentenza's reinforcements don't take us by surprise. If they get...
I still don't understand how Sentenza...
I don't know. He is the spy master after all, so I guess it's just one of his many ears who told him.
Can you tell me anything about the
Well, I take it you're not interested in the folk tales about House Waite's descent into madness, so... No, not really. The only thing you should watch out for are undead.
Of course.
What do you mean?
The blood burn. I don't know how to explain it, but...
Oh, that's eerie. Well, but I guess it explains a lot. The swamp has taken hundreds of lives over the years.
Bertrand, there's something I'd like to know.
Well, he must be connected to it somehow. Aeonir himself told the Harbinger this, didn't he? As to why and how, I guess we'll...
Once we've secured the Godstone...
The Harbinger will know, but I assume we will storm the place. Once we're on the island, it should be an easy fight.
Shouldn't we try to
No, I don't think that's wise. Sentenza hates you.
All right.
You will. Aeonir's blessings, Tahar. And stay safe. I'll be here if you need me.
Got it.
This way, right?
Fair enough.
Whatever's
Let's do
necessary.
this.
Easy.
They will fall.
Child's play.
I'll keep you shielded.
That's the way.
Get ready.
Pathetic.
Blasted armor.
You'll regret this. Is this really necessary?
You read my
All right,
mind.
here goes nothing.
You're serious now. Fine.
Uh-huh.
Will do.
Look at that. More Nortan. No, I still haven't seen...
What are you talking?
Oh, so you're not with the Royal Army. Thank the Guardians. Which leads me to the question, who are you if you're not with them?
I'm here to
Explore.
and
Me? Just a lost soul on the search for meaning. Just as my men.
I guess all those...
Well, what did you think they're for? Jokes aside, we're mercenaries. But with all that shit that's been going on, we're not so keen to get our... So we just went for a long hike into the blue, and this lovely place is where we ended up. It may look hostile, but the wilderness has plenty of fish to catch and plants to eat, so it's...
What's the story?
You don't know?
Well, I've heard the rumors.
And that's about it. Some 100 years ago, Parzival Waite, the head of the family who once lived in that lovely ruin on the island...
How?
Well, at first, his wench... They didn't have heirs yet, and rumor had it she was barren. They started putting up crosses everywhere to keep that something from coming. Starved themselves, and eventually started sacrificing their servants to the renegade gods to ask. The story got out, and the villagers, at that time there were more, stormed the...
So there's...
Hardly. There's a small village to the east, Batham or something like that. But I wouldn't advise you to go there. At least not as...
How so?
You're joking, right? You're in a damn swamp here, friend. One false step and you'll end up as a mummified corpse.
If you're
What for?
We won't...
Do you? That's...
No.
All right. We'll help you if the pay is right.
How's this?
Let me see. Yes, that's fair. Well then, let's get started, shall we? Break is over, boys. Get moving.
Fine. Really?
Sure. Sounds like a plan.
Fine.
Understood. Now would you look at that? Got it.
Alright, why not?
That way?
Sure. That's the way?
Will do.
Finally.
Blasted armor.
Uh-huh. Finally.
Get ready.
Leave it to me.
Here we go. Fair enough. Let's do this.
Yes? This way, right?
Understood.
You got it. Helen's Reigns. Hard to believe there was a time when people actually lived here.
They still do. In the east. And yeah, the environment may be hostile, but I doubt the villagers ever had many troubles with raiders.
Will do. Got it.
Get ready.
Fine.
This
That
way,
way?
right?
Let's see. I don't think we should go there. The storm's completely soaked the ground. It would be too dangerous.
Sounds like a plan.
Really?
Blasted armor.
Sure.
Will do. This is it. Strange that Sentenza hasn't reacted by now. He must have heard the fighting.
Maybe the storm drowned the noise? It's possible.
But not likely.
Is that all? Here!
Fine.
Sure. Interesting. What?
Yes. That way?
Huh?
Let me see.
What's next?
Finally.
Awaiting your orders.
Got it. That's the Godstone Bertrand was talking about. Let's light it.
That's the way?
Mm-hmm.
Harbinger.
Carpal. Good work, Tahar. The All-Father clearly smiles on us. So, this is where you believe the Bloodburn comes from. Interesting. When Aenir told me the Pariah's blood was involved, I didn't take it so literally. Time to end it.
First of all, we need to get through the gate. Why hasn't General Noria reacted yet? Even if he didn't know...
Because he wants to be the one who ends it.
How do you know?
Because I know men of his kind. He's proud and consumed by his hatred. And he wants to be the one to take you down and me right along with you.
But the purity is under the Lord Marshal's protection. He can't just kill you.
Well, both Lord Marshal Arendir and the General know by now that I helped you. And even though the evidence wasn't enough to officially sentence me, it will be the moment I show up with you at my side. I knew it would come to this, Tahar. The only reason the Lord Marshal was willing to cooperate with the Purity for so long was because we had the people behind us. We were always a thorn in their sides, and
Then you're taking quite a risk being here.
I'm not. I've told you before. All that is happening according...
Huh. And what now? How do we get...
Let me take care of it. General Naria. General Naria! Are you ready?
Aren't we walking into a trap?
A battle, but not a trap. Just trust me.
Aye, Commander.
Blasted armor.
Sounds like a plan. You got it. Walking right into the lion's den. This has to be by far the most foolish thing I've ever done.
Just trust the Harbinger. He knows what he is doing.
Yes? Something you need? Huh?
We're ready. Just give the word.
There he is.
So this is how it ends,
It doesn't have to.
doesn't it? What do you suggest, Corporal Tahar? That I let a traitor run free? Together with his lunatic cultist friend who is scheming against the crown? No. We both know.
Anselm framed me. How often do you want me to tell you?
Stop lying! You killed Anselm because you didn't want that village to be burnt to ashes as it should have! All you had was the word of some elven traitor, yet you risked the life of an entire city for— Believe me, of all the atrocities I've seen in war, almost all of them are caused by people believing they are doing the right thing. Because that's all it was. You didn't want to save those villagers because you thought they were innocent. You did it because you wanted to be the savior. Vanity. That's what it was all about.
By the light, General, we both want the same thing. To end the blood.
You're as bad as them, Carpal. Enslaving yourself to this madman rather than facing death like a soldier. You're just a coward.
That's not.
Don't, Bertrand. It's pointless.
We know where the bloodburn comes from, Sentenza. It's this castle.
Why? What can you do that we, the Royal Army, can't? But thank you for the information. I had been wondering what the fabled—
You couldn't stop the blood burn even if you killed us.
Well, we'll see about that.
There needs to be another way.
No. That— Men!
All right, here goes nothing.
No. This is wrong.
He's gone. I'm sorry it had to come to this, Tahar.
It was his choice.
It was. Now let us end this. Whatever causes the blood burn is right below our feet. And maybe even some more answers to the questions you've been asking yourself all along.
What kind of answer?
Well, maybe there was more to your father than you thought.
Tell me.
Then we are one step closer to the return.
I'm ready.
Good. Bertrand, you
Of course. Good luck to you, my friend. My prayers are with you.
Now would you look at that? Let's see.
That way?
Interesting.
As you descend the dank stairway of Castle Waite, almost like an archaeologist looking at a strange discovery. The memory disappears as soon as you and your companions reach the bottom of the stairs. Your father's sanctuary.